Good day, love lifers. Ikamala Muntlanto Dube Dube Limtende. It don't be a birthmark Africa. I'm hoping you guys are good, Lapimakai, because I am good too. We're back with the 13th episode of Purple Couch. As you know, in the month of August, known to be E-Women's Month, where in 1956, over 20,000 women marched to the Union Building to submit their memorandum to plead with the government to consider women's rights in South Africa. Would like to thank the likes of Ulilian Goyi, Ohalen Joseph, Naboko Kobetu for making that stand. Sisi siyabonga kakhulu. I would like to show great appreciation to our funders, which is the National Department of Health and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Sisi siyabonga kakhulu for always standing behind us, supporting us in everything that we do. Also, guys, ningakhohlwa ukuthi everything on the socials as Love Life NGO on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, na ku YouTube usikhona as Love Life NGO. Please do follow us, share and subscribe. On this month's Spot the Trend, we had RIP Mpura, RIP Kilagau, RIP Tando, RIP Kanya Khatebe. Also, rest in peace to Ubab Uprasanza, who was a father and a brother to many. City condolences to my family Zuabo, and the industry, Yamapiano has lost Kakulu. Condolences to the family. A teenage pregnancy was also trending in the socials, where in Gauteng we recorded 23,000 kids who got pregnant within this year. Some of the mothers were as young as 10. Can you imagine 10-year-olds getting pregnant? But yeah, guys, please do share your thoughts on the comment section. On a lighter note, we had hashtag Itumele Nkude, where he made a blunder whilst he had ample chance to save the penalty, where Kaizer Chiefs was playing against Mamelodi Sundowns ku MTN 8. That guy made a voice, it wasn't the one. Had it, bro. Manje is Katsestrata, where we went on the streets and we asked the question, do you think women have the same rights as Amadota in South Africa? Honestly, I don't think so, but does it call gimmick? Check this out.
Hi, my name is Thandelo Kumalo and I am 16 years old, and I don't think that the women in South Africa have equal rights as the men in South Africa. For example, I'd like to think that safety and security is a basic human right, but in South Africa, women hardly feel safe and they hardly feel secure because whenever they leave their homes, they're overwhelmed with the fear of never coming back alive. They greet back in fear of being attacked or killed. And in the workplace, women are respected less than men. Men are taken more seriously than women. And in most cases, men earn a higher income than women. So I don't think that the women in South Africa feel safe and have equal rights as the men in South Africa.
As much as there have been improvements over the past decades, I believe that almost is never enough. The odds are still stacked against women. Women are not earning as much as men are in the job spaces. Jobs that are considered to be manly mainly consider or give first preference to men. Women are not allowed to be as sexually expressive as men are. Women are still not even considered in spaces where leadership is required. So I think that the general consensus is just how patriarchy has been so aggressive over the years that it's spilled over into every little thing we do or say. I might not have the statistics at the top of my head of just how unequal society is, but based on just how much noise there already is, I am able to realize how unequal society is. And even amongst women themselves, where different women for different reasons are able to enjoy certain privileges and rights. So I think it's a discussion that we need to have, an honest discussion. where we dissect this whole thing properly if we are to move forward.
So, Branja, guys, it's an exclusive interview with Boohle Manyati, known as Boohle, who sings the song Satandan. I get along to you guys. Hi, Boohle.
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
I'm very good too. So, you know,
Yeah.
a little background.
It's not difficult. I mean, Boohle, I'm a vocalist or I'm a musician, I'd like to say. Kulele kasi, simple life, you know, the typical kasi life, going back and forth from school. But then I started singing, like, I don't know, ever since I was a baby, ever since I was a kid. So music has just always been that thing, I guess. I was always supposed to end here. I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it was fate.
All right. So, as you say, since you from Uyingane, I was about to say because you knew that you were supposed to be an entertainer.
No.
So, then what pushed you to
I
be
didn't
like,
know.
Yeah.
But then I was singing either way. I started out singing with my two sisters. So it was the three of us singing my two sisters. So you go to church, you're like the choir, the young choir.
Yeah.
At school, we used to be our trio. Even when we went to high school, basically all my life, I've been singing. But then I started professionally in 2016. Right. That's when I was like, started recording, started everything. Nakona, I didn't know. It's okay, fine. I'm actually started because you know, it was something simple, something you know. No, my brother-in-law was teaching himself how to produce also, and then so he was like, "Yeah, but let me send you a beat, yeah." And then it was a woody, and I didn't know that I could write. So I started. I wrote the first song. Like, what? This is nice. So gaba into yanja till he was like, "No, Laman, you got talent. Let me introduce you to local producers. Maybe you can do something." And that's where it started.
No, that's really nice. I guess I remember there's a song that I like, Yako, but as you know with Tina, we always expect a lot from Nina. So how do you like take expectations of Bantu and then bring out what they're actually looking for?
Well, guys, people will always have expectations. People will always want you to be perfect and forget that, okay, fine, you're human, you make mistakes, you do this, you do that.
Yeah.
You also have your own dreams. You also want to do the things that you want to do, but now you can't do because of people. So you can't always take everything. You can't always take what people say. You can't always concentrate on that. People can say whatever, but then as long as you just know I'm also human. Yes, I must tread softly, listen to the people here and there, only on what works. Yeah. You know, you can say, who do you want me to feature on the next song? And then people can have suggestions, and then maybe you can take lab, but then you can't really let them dictate your personal life. Sometimes you just have to put that off boundaries and say, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do me. Don't dwell on all the negatives. Positive energy, guys.
All right. So Manje, I'd like to know, looking towards the future, what can we expect from you in terms of music? Obviously, since you said you're a musician, so singer expect
a whole lot. I mean, it's more music, obviously, more and more music. I'm gonna work extra hard. Also, you know, I want those international features. I want to spread like a virus, but I want corona. Spread, you know, all around the world, just to push out this music, creativity, artistry, you know, all the good stuff.
No, that's very good. Okay, so Manje,
oh my God, so scared.
From your favorite song that you've once did.
Okay, already for your invoice, email. This is a performance now. Performance, invoice. So I'm going to take from one of the songs that I released. I released an EP on Friday, so it's doing great, and I'm going to sing. Okay, yeah. I'm going to sing the one I did with Basta and Purampura only because I just want to honor Umpura Nakona at this season. So it's called Amawaza. Ne.
All right.
The chorus goes, Swoo, yele, svi, gele, se, zimrivite se, zimrivite swoo, yele, svi, gele, se, zimrivite.
Lutina, guys, oh my gosh, this girl.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, that was really nice. I really enjoyed
thank you so
spending time
much.
with you, Sissy. You're very bubbly, connector. We are there. Abo, same as
Like, yeah.
Thank you guys. So this was Boohle Manyati, known as Boohle. Please check her out. Oh, before I forget, your social, Sissy. Must check her out.
Right, okay. On Instagram, it's BOOHLE_SA. So that is spelled Boohle SA. And then on Facebook and Twitter, it's Boohle SA. People should also not forget to get my new EP. It's titled Sfigile. It has all the new songs.
Lutina, guys. So don't forget, check out my socials. Thank you, Boohle. It was really nice being with you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Manje is Katsa YPs and I'm with the lovely Kamahelo Bombe, who's a presenter lapha no good traditional wedding. If you watch it lapha 157. Hi Kamunja.
How are you?
Very good. Right one.
Ngiyaphila ngibona mos.
That's good. Hi guys, I'd like to know ukuthi ukamubani khulele phi, just like background nyana njengawo.
So I was born 29 years ago. Ko Mulejera Mabitsela, but I grew up in Soweto, Kaslamakazi. Yeah, and I think growing up in Soweto, geez, I learned a lot from me speaking so many languages to being a hustler. Yes, man, you do everything, yabona. So yeah, I grew up in Soweto. I was born in Mulejera Mabitsela, and that's where I think uthando lami lwefamily luqalela, because my grandmother and mom used to work for the biggest tomato producers in the southern hemisphere, which is ZZ2. And I think ngafunda lapho agriculture, and that's when I realized that there's actually a lot that can be done within the agricultural sector. Though I think, I always say that there is lack of training in the country, there isn't enough information, makufika agriculture. And also, I also strongly believe that maybe young people are not really interested in agriculture, so much so that though over the years things have been evolving, that technology is taking over, and that will obviously draw young people into it, because I strongly believe that we are always busy. As soon as there's time for harvesting, there's a lot of things. So there is things like your hydroponics that are making agriculture easy, and I think young people need to step into that. We've got aquaponics. You don't always have to be at the farm. There is apps that are making agriculture so easy that I could be here on my phone checking ukuthi abasebenzi efamini ba harveste amabhantshisa ingakho spinach, do we need water, getting climate change as well, so it's just a whole lot of things. But yeah, that is my journey in agriculture.
Oh, that's nice. So now we'd like to know the journey you're presenting. How is that, like, since Oekal?
Yeah, so in 2006, I think I was in grade 8. I used to volunteer at Joseph FM, one of the biggest community radio stations based in Soweto. So I was there for 3 years, and then Soweto TV was then launched. I was luckily invited to the launch. I spoke to the producers. So I've always wanted to work behind the scenes more than being on screen. So I'm very passionate about directing. So when I joined Soweto TV, I think Amanda Mangu was not available that day, and then they asked me, Guti, listen, we're looking for a stand-in presenter, can you do this? I was very nervous because of that time Soweto TV was live, but however I managed to do the show, and then that's how I got into TV. But obviously I pushed more of working behind the scenes. I was a senior director at Soweto TV, so I literally directed all the studio shows. I was also given a platform to go train at Eben Bruce Studios as a auto cue operator and a director. And then from Lapo, whilst training, I then met a production manager who was at UTV. And then they said, listen, man, we're looking for young people who can speak so many languages, because of immediate manje, it's more Venek than English. Then I auditioned. I was there for a year. SABC then said, we think you are too matured for your TV. We want to move you to Shift. So at 21, I then joined Shift on SABC One, no put Aaron Moloisi, no Sesrulane. And it opened so many doors that I also directed SABC Sports. So I was a studio director for 411 La Duma and Soccer Zone. And everything. And then from there, I also got an opportunity to direct Big Brother Nigeria for 2 seasons. So yeah, so that is my journey in TV. I'm currently on Mojalav. I used to present a traditional wedding show. They're actually playing repeats now. But I'm currently working on SABC2. I present an agricultural program called Living Land, where we celebrate young women and youth in agriculture. And I must say that I'm learning a lot, and it's so refreshing to see that now young people are getting into agriculture. Like I said earlier on, I think it's because things are evolving and technology is taking over, which is so amazing, because I strongly believe that if there's one thing that can help boost our economy, is agriculture. If there's one thing that can help boost, create jobs, is agriculture. The value chain is so long that every time in Tlantla masikhuluma nge-agriculture, abantu bacanga ukuthi sikhuluma the value chain is so long that we need young people to be innovative within the agricultural space. We need young people to be incubators. We need, Mama President, he's always preaching that we need young people to get into agro-processing. For you to have a tomato paste or a tomato sauce. So it's from the farm, and then we process it. So I think, like I said before, the issue really is training and lack of information, but I strongly believe that anyone and everyone can play a part in agriculture. And that is my passion. If I had to choose between TV and agriculture, definitely farming any day.
Guys, Mabel. So now again, so I need to uti farming, TV. How do you tackle the two lessons?
So with the new show, it makes it very easy for me, because with the new show that I present, like I said, it's an agricultural program, so I can juggle the two. I just recently got 21 hectares from the Department of Rural Development and Land Reforms. So I was renting the whole time. So finally I got my own farm, and what I want to do at the farm is to build an agri academy where I can transfer skills to young people who want to get into agriculture, not only from primary to secondary. I believe that, and I always say this, there's so much that can be done with agriculture. So yeah, so TV I shoot during the week, and yeah.
That's it.
It's not that hectic. Oh, and then I have a shop in Soweto. So, but one thing that is, some of the challenges that are faced by farmers is access to funding, land, and market, which is the biggest issue. We always hear farmers saying that I want to get into retails. I want to, want to see, I'm a fresh producer, I'm good these big markets. My thing is, unfortunately, all these big retailers cannot accommodate all of us. So I then realized, Guti, so if manka tukala le family, where am I gonna take my eggs? Where am I gonna take my archer? Then that's when I decided to open a shop.
That's really nice, eh?
Which works better for me, especially because you save a lot from. If really you want to for instance, supply our food lovers, there's so many things that are needed. Compliance is a very huge problem. Isn't this fun about EIA, environmental impact assessment? That certificate, it costs about 300,000. Now the disadvantage of that certificate is that you apply for it, they do assessment, it can come back and say fail. You won't get back that 300K, you see. So imagine, as a small scale farmer, already you're trying to get funding. As much as you want to expand, for you to expand, you need certification about global gap in order for you to export. So there's so many challenges that I decided, Guti, I believe ukusebenza ne-informal market. Abo Sipho ekhoneni, that's my market. Usipho enakahluphi because Usipho doesn't really negotiate kakhulu. Mawuthi inkukhu kuye is 45 rands. Magathi ngiyehlisele kancane ungamehlisela nge-1 rand. What else with big markets, the disadvantage is that one, you need to brand. Two, they squeeze your margins. It's a fact. You understand that? But the advantage, I'm a big working with big markets, is that when you go to these financial institutions and then you say, I've got a contract with Pick and Pay, it's easy for them to fund you as opposed to them funding me. Because remember, Usipo today can take 10 chickens, tomorrow he can take 5. So if you work in about Pick and Pay, you know for a fact that if they say every Friday we want you to supply us with 30,000 chickens, it will be like that for duration. So if you supplying them for 12 months, for the next 12 months, every Friday we're supplying 30,000, which is, good, and that's what I guess financial institutions want.
Unlike when you do see. So manje ke I'd like to know ukuthi since well singeke sibe nawe emhlabeni forever. I guess
forever now.
I guess uNkulunkulu waziyo well.
Yes.
So I'd like to know ukuthi how would you like to be remembered as since well singazamalanga wethu emhlabeni vele?
Very simple. I think I want to be remembered as someone who was a hustler, someone who was a go-getter, someone otila bathi khona kungenwa. Mina would knock and say ngizongena la iminyango izovuleka. Yeah, someone who really took risk. Someone oti I'd rather fail but ngizamile. And someone who was very passionate about empowering women more than anything, because I still believe that there are so many opportunities for women. 65 years later, we're celebrating women in agriculture, celebrating women in aviation, we're celebrating women in the culinary space, we're celebrating women in media. So, yeah.
That's really good. I'd like to know on the socials, where can people find you? Follow more about agriculture, even Sobula Academy.
Yes. So on social media, Twitter and Instagram is @Kamo, and on Facebook is Bombe.
Guys, that was Ukamuhelo Bombe. She's amazing. I love her. I really love her already. So I'm hoping you guys are gonna follow us. Lapo, nim follow nae.
Thank you so much.
Who is the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture?
I passed that one.
I think it's Nati.
The Honorable Natim Tetwa.
Which musical duo is known as the Scorpion Kings?
DJ Maporis and Kabza the Small.
I just passed that one.
DJ Maporisa and Kabza the Small.
Where is the Table Mountain situated?
Cape Town.
Cape Town, the mother city.
Drakensberg.
What is it that you need to do for at least 30 minutes a day?
I go and play soccer. I watch TV. Yeah.
Take a walk, perhaps?
Meditate.
Which current Love Life role model is known as a former Bafana Bafana defender?
Yo, pass.
Aaron Mokwena. Can I list maybe 2?
Yeah.
And Macfish. Yeah.
Name 3 games that we used to play back in the days in the street.
Diketo, Khadi, and Martin.
Ingeto, Amatim, Umkusha.
Which category does Wade Panikark partake in?
I don't know.
Just passed that one.
He is an athletic.
What is the most popular sport in SA?
Cricket.
I want to say rugby, but I think it's soccer.
Soccer.
we've come to the end of our episode, guys. Don't be sad though. We're coming back with more great stuff on the next episode. Do not forget to catch us on the socials as Love Life NGO on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Nago YouTube, Satolagala as Love Life NGO. I'd like to show appreciation also to our funders, Siyabonga for putting supporter in everything that we do. And guys, don't forget, if you ever feel you want to talk to somebody, please call me to the 083-323-1023 number. One of our counselors will call you back. From me, Untlanhla Wakatube, we out.